Now that we're into 2017, I know many of us are asking, what's our purpose in life? Well, I'm sitting next to a woman who's found her purpose and her family's purpose. This is Drew Ann Long with Caroline's Cart. Thanks for having us today, Drew Ann.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
Tell us about Caroline's Cart. Tell us about Caroline, first of all, your beautiful daughter.
Well, Caroline is now 16 years old.
Oh, wow.
She was born with a condition called Rett syndrome, R-E-T-T, Rett syndrome. It is a genetic syndrome that has rendered her unable to walk or talk. So she has never walked. She is in a wheelchair. She's grown up here in Alabaster. She's been in the Alabaster school system since she was 3. So anytime I go out, everybody knows her, and it's nice and fun to see all the kids that have grown up with her since, she's been in the school system, come up and talk to her and try to include her in everything. So that's been really special to me and my family.
Yeah, and her life is being used in an amazing way, reaching people all over the world.
Yes.
And with
yes.
your invention. So tell us about the invention and how it came about.
So Caroline's Cart is a special needs grocery cart designed for anyone that has mobility problems. When Caroline was about 6 or 7 and having to go to the grocery store several times a week, I realized that there was no special needs shopping cart. And I really couldn't believe it, because if you look at the variety of carts that are out there, there's really something for every people group. So being from Alabaster, I thought, well, maybe it's just not here yet. So 8 years ago, I started looking online, and I thought, well, I'll find it and I'll just bring it to Alabaster. And, looked and looked and looked, and it was, everything was coming up empty, because there never has been a special needs grocery cart ever.
Wow.
So I thought, this needs to change. I mean, if Caroline needs it, there are children and adults all over America, all over the world, that need this in their stores as well.
Yeah, and you're a mama who saw a need and you went after it. I love that. And so now, how many stores, do you know how many stores have them?
I have lost count about how many stores. We are in every state in the United States, and we're in 5 countries.
That is wonderful. I even saw videos of people in other countries.
In different languages,
yes.
Germany's just done some videos. We're in Quebec, which is all in French. So yes, I see videos all the time. I don't understand, but I just share them because, of course I know that they're talking about Caroline's Cart.
Yeah, I love it. So right here at home, how have the citizens of Alabaster and this community helped you get this out?
Well, my the Shelby County Reporter was the first, and the Alabaster Reporter, which is part of them,
yes.
Did many stories on me, came to my home, shot video of my prototype in this dining room before I was even in stores.
Wow.
So that's where my media started. It started right here at home. And because of that, I was able to grow, and I was able to share that and start my Facebook page. So I will always be thankful to the Alabaster Reporter and the Shelby County Reporter, who have been out here so many times helping me get this off the ground.
That's wonderful. And how can the citizens continue to help you?
Just continue to raise awareness. We're in most stores here in Alabaster, but when people travel, if they don't see it in their in the local stores there, they can ask for it, and they can say, hey, this is from my hometown. I know who Caroline is. And we do really need to be in every store. Every store should be accessible to all their customers.
Well, I can tell just from meeting you, and just in the last few hours, that your wheels are always turning. So I know you have some future vision for Caroline's Cart. What is that?
Well, I will always be an advocate for Caroline's Cart. I'm very excited that I have a book coming out this month. Everyone has always said, how did you do this? Or how did it, it didn't just happen. I mean, this was the hardest thing. It failed 1,000 times before it ever got off the ground. So my book is called Game Changer, The Remarkable Story of Caroline's Cart. And I'm very excited to be able to share my story with people all over, to motivate them, to say, you know what, do you have an idea? Do you have something that God has laid on your heart? It may not be easy. This was not easy, of course, but it just really talks through the steps and how it happened. Also, I've started a nonprofit called Caroline's Cause. I've been waiting for the cart to really get off the ground. And my nonprofit, what I want to do is give back to the special needs classrooms in the schools. With Caroline growing up in special ed, there's many holes. The school system does a great job. They do all they can, but they're on a budget. And sometimes the special needs classroom is at the bottom of that. So I want to be able, I've seen the need. I've bought stuff personally and donated it to the school and left it for other students. But I really do think that there's a huge need, not only here in Alabaster, but nationwide in these special ed classrooms. So I'm really hoping to grow my nonprofit. I've actually hired someone to run it. Her name's Rebel Negley. She was my former CEO of Caroline's Cart, and I've got her back, so I'm real excited about that. We're going to be traveling. I've started public speaking as well, so I'm actually booking my calendar. I've got 4 events already booked coming up early in this year to promote not only the book, Caroline's Cart, but also Caroline's Cause, my nonprofit.
And how do people get in touch with you?
I have a website, which is www.carolinescart.com. My email is drew@carolinescart.com. Or, of course, Facebook. You can send me private messages on Facebook. I get hundreds of messages, so I do try to get to all of them. It might be a while, but yes, I love reading all of them, and I will do my very best to answer every one of them.
Well, I just want you to know that you've inspired me. I've had a crazy week, and I started reading your story and just how God's used that in my life this week, and your family and the story of your family, and just how you're getting out there and you're making a difference as a mama and as a woman in this community and this world. And I just want to say thank you, and
thank you.
I appreciate all you're doing.
I appreciate that, and it's, if it wasn't for the other mamas out there who encouraged me when I was down in the dumps, and the smart thing to do so many times seemed to quit, and I just kept on going, and I just knew I believed in it, and I just want children all over to have the same typical experiences as the special need, as a typical child.
That's wonderful. And thanks for having us
Okay,
today,
thank
Joanne.
you.